What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of TTALK, where it is you plus me plus a lovely cup of tea. And today we are back with another episode. If you guys are new here, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Nala Asa Shakur, also known as Tyler A. Norman. I am the author of the book Love Starts Here, and this book takes you down a life-changing journey of learning love, learning how to cultivate love, learning how to pour love within self and your holistic self, which means your mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional bodies, and learning how cultivating love in all of those energies will reflect on the external world and start to reflect love in all areas of our lives, including our friendships, romance, our career, our environments, and many more things. So check out that book if you haven't read that already. Love Starts Here. And I am also the CEO of The All Natural, which is your one-stop holistic shop where we give you all you need to live a natural lifestyle in a content, product, service, or event. So, if you guys have not been to Tea Talk yet, Tea Talk is just a sacred space where we sip our tea, we sip our herbal, caffeine, whatever tea you enjoy, whatever tea is calling on you in the moment. We sip our tea and we talk the real tea, which is how to heal thyself, okay? So we channel the tarot. I pick cards from the tarot deck. I'm just using them as visualization, using the numbers, the colors, the symbols on the cards to help channel a message from the divine, from the Most High. And we ask, we say our prayers, we ask and set the intention that this space will be healing for us, that we'll be able to leave with something that we can apply to our personal lives and go on our healing journey of love. Okay? So, now that I'm done with that, pause. If you don't have your tea already, go ahead and grab you some tea. This is important. It's part of the whole healing session, okay? This is tea talk. We need to have our tea. So if you have yours already, you were prepared. Look at you. Go you. But I am drinking on some lemon balm, mint, and ginger tea today with some sea moss added in there. So I said I was going to start putting y'all on herbs, which I really am, okay? Putting y'all on different little tea mixtures, herbal tea mixtures that really can just enhance your life and enhance your health in several ways. So your holistic health in several ways. So lemon balm is a part of the mint family. It's super good for digestion. It helps ease stress and anxiety. It helps improve brain function. It's pretty detoxing as well. It has similar benefits to the mint leaves as well. So mint leaves, same thing. It's super detoxing. It's going to help with digestion, improves cognitive function, also freshens the breath, breaks down mucus in the throat and the digestive system. Not the digestive system, the respiratory system. And then ginger, you know, kind of good for the same thing. Super good for digestion, eases nausea in the stomach, clears out any gunk, toxins in the intestines. Ginger is also good for, what else? Also breaks down mucus and all that as well. So eases cold and flu symptoms, And you guys don't know about sea moss has 92 out of the 102 minerals that our whole body needs. So it is a super vitamin, super mineral that you should take daily for optimum health. So that is what I'm sipping on today. And now that we're done with that, I'm going to just go ahead and get into the prayer so we can get straight into this video. Thank you, Mother, Father, Creator. Thank you for this space. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this gift, this blessing, for me to be able to open myself up to be a channel, to connect with you, to commune with you, and to channel a message for I, myself, and every listener, every watcher of this video, for us as a collective spirit. Thank you that we're able to have this sacred space, this healing space, where we can sit down, we can get comfortable, and we can get clarity, guidance, affirmations, and whatever we need to apply to our personal lives to help heal ourselves, to help love ourselves deeper, and grow in all the ways that we need to, Spirit. So I set that intention for a divine message to come through. I open my energy, clearing all energy that does not belong in this space, clearing all energy that is not meant for our highest good, clearing all energy and opening up the space, allowing myself to open up, allowing my heart to open up, allowing my throat chakra and my third eye and my crown chakra to open up, to be able to channel a message that we all need to hear today, Spirit. And I set the intention that we will all leave with something deep, with a deep message that we can apply to ourselves, that gives us everything that we need to love ourselves unconditionally and to love others and to reflect that in our external world and our reality as a whole. Thank you, God. Ashe. Amazing. So, ooh, first card came out. That was, But yeah, so, guys, I'm trying to think if I have any announcements. I talked on the last TTALK how I'm really trying to change the aesthetic of TTALK this year. Setting the intention to set up something a little bit more cozy. You know, I'm still trying to figure it out, still deciding. So, you know, you guys are on this journey with me. It's very open, very authentic, very, you know, I'm just taking y'all on the journey with me of just building a successful podcast and video series. So, you guys are going to take that journey with me. The backgrounds are probably going to change multiple times until we get it right. But bear with me because it's all part of the process, okay? It's all a part of the journey. Part of the journey is constantly just being at peace with those ebb and flows, being at peace with changes and things that we didn't expect happening. And, you know, just going with the flow. Going with the flow, not trying to over control everything, not trying to have everything exactly how you want it. Because no matter what, whatever life form we are building, whether we are starting a project, whether we're starting a project, whether we are raising a child, whether we're just keeping up with ourselves, you know, whether we're in a relationship, whatever it is, it's like all those life forms, it never goes exactly how we expected, and we have to just surrender to the journey. We have to step into our feminine energy and let go of expectations and let go of just all these thoughts of things being perfect and things being exactly how we feel like they should be. Because that's never, ever how it's going to go. When we set ourselves up and have all those super high expectations for things, we only set ourselves up for disappointment. Because the truth is, we can do all the manifesting that we want. And manifesting, you know, it is a real thing that we can speak things into life. But the truth is that we don't know when it'll manifest. We don't know how. We don't know who it'll come through. And we don't know a lot of the details surrounding it. We just put our intentions out there, and Spirit does the other half of the co-creation. And that's the thing, we're co-creators with the universe. We don't have control over everything. We have control over our inner world, our inner being. But we do not have control over how things come about. And we don't have control over other people and situations aside from our internal world. All we can do is align ourselves internally with what we desire, let go, surrender, and release, and wait for Spirit to bring us those things, and have faith and conviction. Have faith in that. So, that was already a long-ass message. I wasn't expecting to do all that. So, but yeah, we got a lot of cards right here, so we're going to see what the message is. There's a lot of good energy here. I mean, a lot. A lot of beautiful energy. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up on what I was already talking about. So, learning to, Spirit is just reminding us to learn how to surrender to the journey. Learning, because we have the hangman. The hangman in the tarot, it's the man who hangs upside down. It's basically saying, like, let go, let loose. Stop trying to walk on your own and do everything on your own and piece everything together on your own for once. For once, just put your feet up. Hang upside down and just observe. Watch how the universe matches what you have cultivated within. Watch how the universe matches all the inner work that you've done. Because that's the thing. All we can do, like I said, all we can do is alchemy within our own selves. So if you guys aren't familiar with what alchemy is, to alchemize something is to change its original form. Okay, so for example, fire alchemizes whatever it touches. So if I have this card right here and I set it on fire, the fire will alchemize this card from paper to ash. So it changed its original form into something else. So when we say to alchemize energy, that means to change energy from either from a low vibration to a higher vibration, or from a higher vibration to a low vibration. So Spirit is saying all that we can do in this journey, all that we can do to cultivate the reality that we desire, is alchemize our energy within. That's the only thing we have control over, is our inner world, okay? So that's what we have to do. We have to practice alchemy. We have to practice, letting those low vibrational emotions in. Letting those things, those triggers in. And triggers, when we get triggered, when somebody does something on the external world triggers an emotion within us. It triggers sadness, anger, rage, jealousy. Whatever something in the external world does that triggers something in us. We all know what we feel like when we get triggered by somebody or something, by a situation, whatever it is. Those triggers are there. That spirit showing us our wounds. Triggers are making us aware of the wounds that we have inside of us. And we have to use those triggers to come back inside and reflect on why is that trigger there? What's the root of it? Where is that coming from? Why am I reacting to this in the external world? What does that relate to in my childhood that happened? What emotion am I holding on to inside of me that caused me to react to that on the external world? So the thing is, we have to use our triggers and use those low vibrational moments. We have to first feel them. Feel them fully before we even start to try to learn lessons from them. We have to release, surrender, and just feel them. So if you're angry, be angry. If you want to cry, cry. Feel those emotions. Feel them without trying to figure them out first. But don't be in them too long. Don't let them drown you out. Be present and be aware that they are there. Welcome them and feel them. And once we feel them, then we can work on releasing. Releasing is also crying. Releasing is doing something artistic, because our emotional body is connected to our sacral chakra, which is the chakra of creativity. So our emotions come out in creative works a lot. So whether we release by writing, whether we release by, making a song, or writing a poem, or making a painting, or drawing. Even if we're not artists, even if we don't consider ourselves artists, truly we're all artists because we all have the ability to do it. We just judge ourselves based on the expectations of everything and thinking that, it's not good enough. But everybody's an artist and everybody can release in a creative way, can release our emotions in a creative way. So however we do those releases, we have to release those things. And a lot of times in the release comes the lesson. It naturally comes. The lesson naturally comes in the release. A lot of times our poem will tell us what we were feeling when we didn't even know how to express it within our own minds. It's because we had to let the emotion take over. Our song will tell us, the freestyle that we just rapped will tell us exactly how we were feeling. So a lot of times the release comes from, the lesson comes from the release. And when we release it, and we change it, and we alchemize it, and we turn it into a piece of art, and we turn it into something that is a blueprint for others to heal, and we turn it into something that can soothe somebody else, and that is, visually pleasing to the eye, and we turn it into artwork, that is a part of alchemizing. Okay? And when we turn it into artwork and we learn our lesson, we are then able to have gratitude for that emotion. We're not sad anymore because we're above it. We've gotten above it. We've let the emotion come in. We felt it. We've released it. And we've learned our lesson. Now we can see it from a different perspective. Now we can see it from a higher perspective. And our energy, our energy toward that lower vibration changes. And when we change our perspective toward that emotion and that vibration that was once low, and we now have gratitude for it because it helped us learn something about ourselves, it helped us overcome something, it helped us release something, it helped us come and know what habits we need to change or what people we need to release. It showed us something, and we have gratitude for that. That's how we alchemize those energies. We alchemize our deepest, darkest wounds and our secrets by feeling them, healing them, releasing and creating from them, and then learning our lessons and giving those lessons out to others to do the same thing for their lives. And that is truly the purpose of all of these low moments. There's something that I tweeted this week. I said, the low moments are the price we have to pay for the high moments. The low moments and the triggers and the wounds and the painful lessons that we have to go through and that we have to feel through and create through, those are the price that we pay for divine wisdom. Because we have to feel through those things. We have to feel that deep pain and those lessons, and we have to create from them and feel them 100% deeply and use them, like I said, to release and create, to be able to exchange them for that alchemization of divine wisdom afterwards, so we can see it from a higher perspective and we can teach and guide somebody else for doing that in themselves. That is, those low moments are the price that we pay for the high moments. Because those high moments in that divine wisdom and sharing that divine wisdom, that's what's going to give us all of these cards. Gain, success, abundance. Okay? Because truly, guys, living in this world will have you think that we work for somebody else. Living in the world, living in the matrix will have you thinking that, oh, this is my boss. This is who tells me what to do. Or these people tell me what to do. These people guide me, this. And we are also a human, so we do have people who guide us, lead us, and teach us in this physical realm. But ultimately, we work for spirit. Okay? We work for spirit. Spirit is telling us, and spirit wants us to know that a lot of our life's purpose is doing exactly what I just said. Going through that process. Continuously going through that process. Going back on old wounds. Alchemizing. Creating. Releasing. Healing. Learning the lessons and teaching them to others. That is a huge part of our journey and our purpose in this life. And I believe that everyone's purpose is exactly that. Just depending specifically on whatever your deepest wounds are in your life. Using those, going through that process and using them to teach somebody else. And when we go through all of that and we gain that divine wisdom and we guide and teach somebody else in doing that, we are only amplifying our energy and only building up the aura of love around us, which causes the gain, the success, the abundance. Like I said, because when we work for spirit, we get paid. Okay? We get compensated. We get paid. And those low moments we went through will be paid. We will be paid for those low moments with high moments. With, like I said, the success, the gain, the abundance, the peace, the love that we desire. So a lot of our life and being at peace with life and being in tune with nature and the energy and our purpose comes from learning that process and learning that that process never stops. So when we're just beginning, sometimes we'll have to go back. And that's what I call spiritual awakening, when we go back in our roots and we go back on our past and start to alchemize all the traumas and the things that we've held on to and suppressed within us. A lot of times we'll have, because we were never taught this. We were never taught this as children, how to alchemize our energy and walk in our purpose and work for spirit. So a lot of times we'll have to go back into our roots and we'll have to have all that stuff come up through our heart chakra and up through our throats. We'll have to express it and we'll have to bring it through our crown chakra and gain that divine wisdom. We'll have to go back through that process and go back on old childhood things and traumas and triggers. And once we do that and we catch up to present moment, present day, Spirit wants us to know it's a continuous process. Life, that is what it's about. It's just being in that ebb and flow of that light and dark energy, being in that ebb and flow of victory and defeat, being in that ebb and flow of, just surrendering to the highs and lows, surrendering to the high and low moments, knowing that every time we're low, we will be high again, and learning that every time we're high, not to get too comfortable up there, knowing that it's not, everything doesn't last forever. It's an ebb and flow and a constant flow, and as soon as we learn peace within that, and as soon as we learn to surrender, like the hangman, like I said, surrender to that journey, we will find ourselves cultivating a lot more love within self, a lot more love for this life, because we won't have all of these crazy unrealistic expectations of only having high moments. A lot of us feel like, and we have these dreams and these aspirations to live this perfect life that we've drawn out for ourselves, not realizing that, the better things that we want out of life, the deeper lessons that we have to learn, the greater, more grand, amazing, soul just soothing experiences that we want to have in life, we have to pay the price for those, and we have to do Spirit's work, and we have to go low, we have to go within our roots, and we have to alchemize to get all the way up there.